Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about the death of children, why children die, why they quote die so young. You really need to look at the big picture of why we're here before you can understand that. We're here to help each other. We're here to help each other learn lessons, to be better people, to be more mindful of what it is we're doing in our life. And I'm sure there's some people who say, I don't know what that person's supposed to teach me, I can't stand them. Well, they're there to teach you a huge lesson. And usually when you really can't stand the person, it's because they represent something you're not and you wish you were, or they represent a mirror image of yourself that you don't like. So, next time you have someone in your life like that, step back and take a look at what that is. But to understand that we're here on a much bigger picture than our day-to-day life. Children come to teach us. There are many children who come just to be children. They don't come with life lessons like we do. They don't come with 80 years of the ability to learn things. They come to learn a few things, but more importantly, they come to teach us, especially children who are born with diseases or children who die from diseases. They are there, and that disease they have is within them to teach those around them. And I'm sure I know parents struggle with this all the time. Why did my child die before me? It's got nothing to do with your age. It has to do with your life purpose, with your soul, with why you came there. You agreed many, many years before you were born that this was the life you were going to live, and you were going to have a child who would die young, who would come to teach you, and not just you, but all the people around you, all the people that child's life touches. He or she is there to teach others. And to give you a big example, many parents have difficulty with the fact that maybe their child died in an accident, or died a horrible death, or again, died of a long drawn out disease. But when you look at those children, you don't always see the pain on their face, do you? You don't always see the sickness. You don't always hear, look how sick I am. You hardly ever hear that of a child. You hear, why is this happening to me? What are we going to do about it? Why do I have to do that? You hear questions. And those questions are for the parents and the doctors and the nurses and everyone around that child to wake up and pay attention. Do we really need to do this to the child? Whose advice am I taking that I need to do this to my child? What does my child want? I think so often, especially with children who come with illnesses, we think, well, they don't know any better. So we're going to do what the doctor says, or we're going to do what we think is right. But sometimes you have to stop and say, what do you want? Because I can tell you 9 times out of 10, that child knows so much more than you do, if you would just ask. And I know some of you are out there, well, the child could tell me. The child's not going to tell you. You're its parent. You're its doctor. You're the person it's supposed to be looking up to. You need to ask that child what that child wants. Because that child knows why it's here. It may not share that with you, but in its heart and soul, it knows why it's here. And it knows if it's going to live a short life or not. And then there's children who, again, die in accidents. Quick accidents. And again, they've lived their life. They've done what they came to do. And maybe the people around them only have different lessons to learn. So that by them dying in an accident, it's easier for that parent or siblings or whomever to be, quote, okay with their death. We're still never okay with a child dying. But when you look at it a little differently, that child came and taught you so much. And you need to take that, all those lessons that child taught you, or the type of child that was, you need to take that and move forward. And be a better person and make a difference. And not just emulate that child, because you do need to let that child rest in peace, but thank protect that child by being a better person, by taking those lessons it taught and showing the world what a great person you could be. That is the biggest thank you, slap on the back, anything you could give a child who's crossed over. Because then they know you got it. You get it. You understand why they only live such a short life. And by being like that, you make their existence that much more profound. Ciao.